Hello everybody, I'm Allie and that's Luna, and this is a video for anybody who normally rides Western but has decided that they want to ride English. So it has been over a year since I've been in an English saddle, and one of the big things is when you're a Western rider as opposed to an English rider, that your center of balance gets to be different. You end up sometimes sitting more like this in the saddle. You also tend to get a little higher. You also lean forward a little bit, whereas in English you really have to mainly get your lower leg back. And that's going to be kind of the big trick, is getting your lower leg back. So you have to find your center of balance. So if your horse will stand still, stand up, put your hands out, and look for that center. Because that's going to be where your feet need to be and where your alignment is. If you go too far back, you fall forward, or if you lean too far back, you fall back. If you lean too far forward, you kind of fall forward. So being able to hold just kind of a basic pose here for a few minutes, I know it does put stress on your horse's back, but it also helps you find that center of balance. And you can kind of go through your basic, hey, if you do yoga, you do warrior one, warrior two, and warrior three, and bring the thunder. And go back out. That's kind of a nice way to do it. Now, if your horse will stand there for you, that's great. If it's not, it's in a long line. But another big thing you need to be able to do is, if you're a Western rider, it's mainly going to be to sit the trot first before you post. Most people, when they go from English or Western to English, usually over post. They make an exaggerated post. They're not real soft with their post. So what you want to do is you want to go from a sitting trot into a working or posting trot, and be comfortable that you're going to be able to pick up that outside shoulder. So you're going to rise with that outside shoulder. So you're going to start off sitting trot at least once around. Concentrate on keeping your shoulders back, hips following the horse, lower leg back, heels down. Get the horse to move forward. And it's okay if your horse doesn't have the best headset or anything right now. You don't have to put a lot of contact. Western horses usually don't have as much contact as an English horse would be. So your horse is going to get used to it too if you primarily just ride Western. So, as you go around, you just get your horse ready. Now she's sticking out her nose. I'm going to kind of work her back in. Being easy, I was leaning a little bit too far forward. The big thing I know I do is I tip my chin far forward and I get off my center of balance. And that's what causes my horse to get off her center of balance as well. So that's actually more my fault than her fault. And I haven't ridden English in a year, so my sitting trot is going to be better than my working trot. So, go to a 2-point position. There you go. So, now I'm at a 2-point where I can reach up, grab a little mane. I can concentrate on keeping her in the center. But I can sit back. And I kind of sat back into a canter as opposed to a trot like I was trying to. Now I'm going to try to get back into a trot. Oh. There we go. Taking my own advice sometimes is kind of hard. And I'll be honest with you, I feel like I'm bouncing around like crazy. I know that I'm going to have to work on this a whole lot more. So this is a good wake-up call for me. You know, when you think you're doing pretty good, you just have to go back and go back to basics. So we're going to go back to a small sitting trot first. I'm going to work on my core, keeping my shoulders out, following with the horse instead of fighting with her, finding that center again. You know, I'm going to work on finding that center. So that means not looking down. That means looking straight ahead. And it's harder than you think. I feel like I'm bouncing around and, you know, my shoulders aren't up. And if my instructor was here, she'd be yelling at me like crazy. But once I feel kind of like I'm in the center, and that's the hard thing to do, is just find a soft place. Just find that soft place. Because it's different in different saddles. There. Now, I'm back to the soft place. Not necessarily the horse looking great, but I'm feeling more balanced in the saddle. And now I'm going to move into a trot. There we go. And keep her going. It's a different story. I'm just going to let her have her head. And I'm probably over-posting right now. I'm doing exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. And I'm probably swinging my lower leg out. And I probably don't look as good as I think I do. But that's okay. That's why I have the video, so I can watch myself. Ooh. If it's your first time riding English after riding just Western, for a year, 2 years, whatever, come join the comment section. Post your first ride as well. We want to encourage everybody to get back in, do something different. You know there's going to be a lot of stuff that you need to work on, and we're here to encourage each other, not to discourage each other. We're all here to get in better shape, to have a better relationship with our horse. And so let's be positive about everything. And I'm going to be positive. I want you to be positive too. And make sure you hit like. So thank you so much for joining me in today's video. And if you enjoyed the video, give us a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and click that little notification icon because we're putting out new content every week.